I
got to play better defense.
Can you even play defense?
I was actually a very good defender. Yes.
Were you a good
basketball?
I was just saying podcast defender. Like, I don't even know what that is.
I don't know that that's a thing.
Play podcast defense.
Well,
check the defense.
I always have so many drinks.
Well, this is going to be a unique episode.
Oh, all right.
You know how you get to a unique episode?
You have enough of them.
Unique up on it.
Oh, that's bad.
Dad jokes.
That is bad.
So today's show, we're doing something completely different. First of all, I have a guest. It's Brian. And Brian has a guest. It's me.
Oh, wonderful. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you.
Appreciate the invitation.
Today, we're going to do a podcast, a show. We're going to do a show. A show?
Yeah. A show.
Video. What would Mr. Beast call it?
A show?
A video.
Okay.
I listened to him on a podcast today. He thinks it's funny when they call them shows.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
We're going to do a video.
We strive for Mr. Beast level.
We got a long way to go.
Yeah. We're not even at the Mr. part.
No.
But today, we're just going to talk about things that people bitch about.
Wow. Okay.
Because you post
just in general?
Yeah. Well, you post a lot of videos on your Ticker Talker.
I go for clickbait, baby.
You do. I
absolutely do.
Like, you put stuff out there that's going to, Buc-ee's is bad, and then
I don't put that out there. I just put Buc-ee's is coming.
Right. And then
it
other
goes
people
bad.
said Buc-ee's is bad.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my gosh. We're going to have another gas station. There's so much traffic.
All right. So we're going to talk about
that. Maybe
content, I guess.
Maybe we're going to talk about the daylight savings time.
Ooh, that's a topic.
People are like, I hate daylight savings time. We're going to take it away. God damn them. Am I right?
When we get to that, I have a little interesting history about that.
Yeah. And we're going to have a couple of drinks. We're going to have 3 or 4 or 5.
So it's a drinking episode.
So it's going to be
a call for a ride home.
Possible. I have to stay up in Blake's old room.
All right.
So first of all, I want to share with you a mezcal.
All right.
And what's your first thought when you think of mezcal?
Smoky.
And
I know very little about, mezcals, but I do know smoky is a thing.
Smoky is a thing. And we're going to drink them in a
vacuum.
In a vacuum. No, we're going to drink them. Ouch.
Oh,
we're going to drink them in a Villa 318 Copita. These are specially made. These are little mezcal cups.
Here, yeah,
fancy cup.
That is fancy.
And so now what you want to do is you want to smell this first, just with the old schnoz.
We know this is going to go well.
You smell any smoke?
No.
None.
What
did you smell? Because you can't say tequila.
You're not going to like what
do you smell? I want to know.
Plastic.
You smell plastic. Okay.
Yes, that is what it smells like to me.
Huh. Okay. I appreciate your
candor.
No, your depth of palate.
It's so deep.
Yeah. Like so this mezcal is made in San Luis Potosi.
Sure.
Which is a different place than Oaxaca, right?
So it is.
It's at 4,000 feet elevation.
That's high.
And instead of cooking the agaves in an oven in the ground with fire, they're doing it like they do tequila in a steam horno, like a steam oven.
Huh.
And then crushing it with tahona, and then stainless steel fermentation without fibers, all the things that you think.
Oh, tequila.
It's done the way they do tequila, but this plant is the green giant. Pronounce that plant for me, Brian. Say it right there.
I can't even friggin' read it. Agave salmiana?
Salmiana. That's right. It takes 25 years for the plant to grow. 25 years.
That's longer than agave there.
Yeah. So go ahead and taste away. This is going to be great. I'm sure you're loving this.
Not a fan.
No? Because you know why? You know why you don't like it?
The end of it is
spicy.
No. Seriously, is this plastic?
No. It's very gin-like. Lots of botanical flavors.
I'm gonna tell you, that's an issue I have.
I know.
I do not like gin.
I don't either.
So,
but I'm so blown away by how this is different than a mezcal.
Okay.
So
I wouldn't know.
People are gonna bitch about the smoke. Now they're gonna bitch about it tasting like gin.
Or plastic.
So there you go. The first drink
I'd
is
say thanks for sharing,
included,
I
but I
didn't
guess
care
you
for
didn't
that.
like that.
I mean, sorry to the company that created it. Nothing against them.
No,
It's
it's
not my
because
not my thing.
this is one that people really do enjoy.
All
They
right.
really like this.
Well,
So
good for all of them. Sit up straighter. I'm a bitch about my posture. This is my radio
it's a
posture.
radio
Like I had
posture.
a radio personality phone call to you yesterday.
Yeah, you did. So tell everybody what you did today. I want to see what things that people may bitch about what you did today.
Oh, well, let's see.
Did you golf?
No,
Okay,
no golf.
Seems normal.
No. I honestly did my normal real estate stuff. You know, emails and some social media because today I put a new house.
TikTokers.
Put a new house. No TikToks today. Put a new house on the market today, so posted that. Pended a house that I got a signed contract on last night, so dealt with that.
What's that mean? Pinned at a house.
Means that a purchase agreement was accepted. So
was this on the house we did the open house at?
yes.
Was it from any of the people that
It was not.
about that?
Yeah, they all.
We
just,
thought we had 2 people buying.
I know they all just kind of faded, but actually the original person who had made a contingent offer
came through,
fixed all that, and came through with an offer yesterday. So had to deal with that. A little social media, goes along with that as well. Then I showed a house, which is my listing.
Okay.
To a client who I literally have just met, and they were hanging outside that condo yesterday and wanted to see it. And that,
like vagrants.
They had seen it online, perhaps, and they
Okay.
went to look because they want to see the outside. So because it's very nice, the landscape. But they didn't have an agent, so they called me on the sign and said, "Hey, can we get inside?" I'm like, "Well, I can't just come and open the door. I got to check with the homeowners." And
Right. Yeah.
they couldn't do it, so we did it today. Showed them condo, and went home, made dinner, stopped at McAllister's for free tea day, baby.
Free tea day.
And here I am. So
that's why you're a little jazzed from the tea.
Exactly.
So did you have big teas?
They only have one size for their tea.
I bet people bitch about that.
It's probably about like a 24-ounce ish.
Okay.
Like that.
All right.
Something to bitch about there.
This the one size of tea. Like if you went in there and went in a medium, and then you only get a large, and then you pour it out, and you think, there are people in China dying of thirst.
People all over dying of thirst. But
I know. Why? But me not finishing my tea doesn't help. If I finish my tea, it doesn't help the situation.
It's not getting shipped over there.
Like our parents used to say that.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Like, okay, we'll send them my leftovers. I don't care. I'm not eating the rest of this asparagus. Notice the microphone's working today.
I like it.
Yeah, I was pretty excited.
I like the mic setup where the mic isn't here in my face.
Yep, and it makes sure people can read our shirts.
Yep,
and our lighting is different today.
That shirt.
It's one of my favorites.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, you want to try your second drink?
All right, now.
Yeah. So
the question I was asked when I walked in the door was, do I like margaritas? And I said, well, I've gotten better with margaritas because I've gotten better with tequila. Then he says, how about a spicy margarita? That answer was certainly not, because Brian does not like spicy stuff. And then he said, how about an espresso martini? I don't really care for that either.
What I heard is I'm really adverse to flavor.
Maybe my wife, she'd be all over this espresso martini though. So I was like, I'll go with the espresso martini. So we got my Field of Dreams whiskey glass from Drew Stormer, buddy.
Before you open that, shake it really well.
Are you serious?
It's okay.
I did not. What if I just
okay. I shook it for you. This is what's called a white box. And these are little single-serve cocktails that you can buy at the store.
It's tiny.
Well, it's the size of cocktail you get at the restaurant.
I understand.
Yeah.
But just
full strength.
Sounds like a mini.
And they're tasty little boogers.
Ooh, and tasty boogers. Well, that sounds delightful.
You got to get it to. You want to get it to actually focus, which means you have to hide your face. See that?
Ooh, yeah, look at that.
Did you see how we got foggy in the?
I did.
Is it foggy? No.
Blurred.
But when you do this, could you use the effect fog and make it foggy on the
Do I have to wait for something, or
no, just pour it
with me?
No, I don't have one of those. I don't like espresso martinis.
No.
No, I do. I love
not about-
espresso martinis. I'm just kidding.
Stop saying the X. There's no X in the word espresso. You want
Espresso.
to talk about things people bitch about? That.
Yeah, I hear
Well, at least I do.
so many friends of mine complain about people's grammar.
I'm your grammar guy.
You are the grammar guy.
Yep, you're welcome. That better than the first one.
What do you think of that?
It's
for an espresso martini. That's pretty good.
well, it's our shortest episode ever, everybody, because
I'm outta here.
I'm out of here. What do you got there?
I am going to pour this brand new bottle of Acre Lago tequila. And this is their brand new high proof. So this is going to be at 50 ABV or 100 proof.
Okay.
I got this sent to me by Seth and Zach, the owners.
Hi, guys.
They also own Oddball Shoes.
Nice.
Yeah, you got to go to oddballshoes.com and check it out.
I feel like I do.
They're both
we get a discount?
Absolutely. I guarantee you. I'll get you a code. But Oddball Shoes, these guys are both big guys, tall,
okay.
6'5", 6'6".
Anything that starts with a 6 is tall, dude.
Will you tell me something that's 6'5" isn't tall?
I'm 6 foot. To you, I'm tall.
Well, you're tall, but 6'5" is a lot taller than you.
I'm aware. I'm saying you couldn't figure out a number. I say anything with a 6 to you is tall.
If you're both in the men's locker room naked and you walk into the room, they're going to notice those bigger guys over you.
Depends where we're bigger.
So their shoes were so big.
How big were they?
That they couldn't find any in the store.
Oh,
so they
sounds odd.
They created Oddball Shoes. So they make shoes for people who are tall. And they've made shoes for like all kinds of professional basketball players and clowns.
Oh, probably.
Big shoes.
Yep.
I don't think.
Do they make them for regular size people like you?
No, not at all. But
for real?
For real. They're only big shoes.
See,
I don't know, West Coast.
May not be big enough. I don't know.
Probably not. You're probably. Do you get your shoes in a normal store?
Yeah.
You don't qualify.
Darn it!
But they may have some for you. So they were always in Leon, Mexico, which is a place known for leather and shoes, and they're always drinking tequila. And they decided, gosh, we should put a bottle of tequila in every box of shoes we sell. Kinda. And so that brought us Acre Lago.
Okay.
Which you would probably say acre.
No, it would be Acre Largo.
Okay.
Knowing that it's tequila, I understand, Spanishness of it.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what I'm having tonight.
Well, okay.
And
good tequila.
Oh yeah, this tequila is delicious. But I haven't had the hyper. This is brand new. This is a fresh crack. Fresh pop. Okay, so let's talk about the Buc-ee's thing. Okay. I want to talk about Buc-ee's first because I think that people in Greenwood are just looking for something to complain about. Personally, that's my opinion. If they want to build a mount at my exit at Mount Comfort, I'd welcome the Buc-ee's here.
I'm sure that there is a particular part of the population that complains just to complain.
Oh yeah, the people that buy a house and then an airport is nearby, and then they're mad that there's planes.
Right.
Yeah.
People. That. And those of us who have been to Buc-ee's, I don't think I've ever been to a Buc-ee's that wasn't busy.
I've never been stuck in traffic at a busy Buc-ee's.
Also, correct. So
I've
it's
never
a matter
drove
of
across the interstate to go past a school when I went to a Buc-ee's.
Well, so perhaps the overwhelming thought from people who are against Buc-ee's has to do with the increase in the amount of cars that are going through there.
On the other side of the highway.
Well, I mean, there is stuff over there. Not a lot right now, I'll be honest. I actually just drove by with my wife the other day and pointed out where it was going to be. And I mean, there's nothing on that southeast corner where they want to put it.
Yeah, here's what comes to mind is there's room for a Buc-ee's.
There is. The northeast corner has a brand new Greenwood baseball park.
Okay.
With, 8 or 12 baseball and softball fields. There's a cricket field out there. It's a happening place.
That seems like that would bring a lot more traffic.
I'm sure it does because that's on the northwest corner of the intersection, and truly right next to it, sharing a parking lot really, is Clark Pleasant Middle School. And
no, that's on the other side.
That's next to the baseball field.
Oh, so all that's on the other side.
All that is on the northwest
side.
side.
That's not even near the Buc-ee's. Other side of the interstate.
So, I saw a blurb online from the principal of the school who said, in the morning and then in the evening before and after school in the evening, afternoon, um, there's a huge line of cars, which that that's a bitch in and of itself. The bus is free. Y'all pay for it. Put the kids on the bus. I understand that doesn't work for some parents, and I understand they have their reservations about it, but they're there. You don't have to wait in a line to pick up your kids after school.
All the things that that I have wrong with me. I rode the bus. Maybe that's why.
Maybe. So, and the way that they designed that overpass is one of those like Michigan overpasses, I think they
I
call
thought
it.
it was a diverging diamond.
Honestly,
Don't you go
you
across
could be
the
right.
other side? Like a Michigan is a Michigan left. Where
Okay.
you have to go. You have it.
Okay.
That's one where you go on the wrong side of the road, right?
That is, I believe, correct.
It's called a diverging diamond.
And that's supposed to be more efficient.
It's very
Otherwise,
efficient.
it wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, you don't have to cross people's
You're
path.
right.
Cool.
So I don't know. I mean, when
People
we
down
drove,
there bitched about that intersection
when we drove by it on Sunday and then came back in the evening on Sunday, there wasn't any traffic there, but it was a Sunday. So I don't know what it's like during busy school hours and whatnot, but that's the big complaint down there. My take is number one, I really like Buc-ee's. Number two, from what I can tell, Buc-ee's is a really good company. Number three, they pay really well. Like their low level employees are making, I think, a minimum $21 to $22 an hour. And managers are making six figures to be the manager of even like assistant manager making close to six figures. So, and they employ a lot of people.
They do.
So,
I'm going to give a fair example.
Go for it.
So based on where the store is going to go and based on where the school is and knowing that area very well, but removing an interstate, okay? Because I don't have an interstate between these two examples I'm going to use.
Okay.
But I'm going to use 146th Street. North of 146th Street is a place that we all love called Deer Creek. Not really called that anymore, but we're not going to say that other. No, it's not either.
Oh.
It's Ruhoff.
Okay.
Make me say a mortgage company on the show. And then on the other side of 146th Street, there's a little place called Hamilton Town Mall.
Yep.
And when there's a concert going on at Deer Creek,
yep,
and there's 18,000 people heading to the same place at the same time, I still can pull into the mall, no problem. So if 18,000 people diverged onto Buc-ee's to get gas and some beaver nuts all at the same time, the little chillins should still be able to get into the school on the other side of the freeway.
I don't disagree.
Yeah. So again, we rubber stamped that one. It's just things people want to bitch about.
There is talk of another Buc-ee's that could potentially be coming to Whitestown.
Yeah.
Which I think is.
Oh, I thought it was White Lynn.
No.
Oh no, Whitestown. That's
the original
north
one
side.
Yeah. Whiteland. Yeah, Whitestown, Zionsville, that area. And personally, I think that's a phenomenal location for it as well. And that's a super busy area up there. 865 and
yeah, they're going to go north a little
65.
bit, north of 116th in between the brand new exit. But there's also a new gas station up there that isn't a Buc-ee's. It's like it's not a beaver. It's like a moose.
Oh, okay.
That's from northern
Wally's.
No, maybe Wally's. Yeah, Wawa and Wally's.
I think it's Wally's.
Or is Wally's from that one show, that vacation show?
I really think there's a place called Wally's.
It may be.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, because like
fact check us. It's
Buc-ee's beaver nuts and Wally's balls. I don't know. Some Wally's got something, I'm sure.
Huh.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know that the Buc-ee's potentially going to Whitestown has anything to do with the one in Greenwood. Because I really think they're talking about two.
Same company, though.
Well, meaning they'd still put both locations. I don't think that.
Yeah, they're not competing for each other.
Right. So, yeah. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see where that goes. There was a lot of opposition to it, but of course, they're always the loudest voices at the town meetings when they have them.
Yeah, I watched some of the town meeting thing that they had, and I liked the fact that you were allowed to be for. Because we went to one here in Hancock County, and they only let the person that's doing the development speak and then the opposition. So if I lived across the street and I said, I think that parking lot is fine, they're like, that's not what this forum is for. It's only for people who are against it.
But this one, they allowed the people who were for it to speak.
Yeah, that one they did.
Okay, well that's
Yeah, they
cool.
told me I couldn't speak because
Yeah,
I was for it.
okay. Well, either way,
So I didn't go to any more meetings.
it a lot of opposition at the meeting. I've seen, and because it's what I follow, I see a lot of opposition in local newspaper, some social media, but it ended up passing to move forward. Still not 100%, but definitely a step closer, regardless of the opposition. So
Here's what we're going to look for in the comments from you guys. If Buc-ee's came to your town, are you a yay or a nay? Just put that in the comments, and we may pick a comment that wins and mail you a couple of stickers. Woo!
yeah, maybe I won't say it.
I'll say this: if we ever get Indiana Success Happy Hour T-shirts, we'll send you one. You
Okay.
could go on the list, and we promise to give you a free shirt when we get merch.
There we go.
Yeah. So there you go, speech thing. So, the other thing that I want to ask you about is something that I think the opposition to this is who brought it up. That's what I think the main thing is.
Okay.
The person that's for this is why so many people are against it.
Okay.
And that's going to be just leaving us on daylight saving time.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that? Why are people against this?
You're referring to the fact that the president is in favor of it, and that's why automatically some people are against it because of kind of a Trump proposed idea.
Right. I
Okay.
think that he could say, tomorrow we're going to have free healthcare, free college, and free food. And there'd be people that would be like, well, that's going to ruin the system.
I agree. So that was another post I put out.
I seen it. That's what drove this.
And I
What are people bitching about?
it. So I will say, first of all, my video was less about, at least in my head.
It was. I know
it was less about whether or not we should go to daylight savings time. It was more about, should Indiana be on Central Time or Eastern Time? And because those, in my opinion, who complain about staying on daylight savings time, a lot of it some of it has to do with the fact that it's not dark till 10 p.m. And there are those, especially with younger children, who 10 p.m. still light outside. That's an issue.
I'm gonna throw 2 cents in here. I think most people bitch about falling back than they do about springing forward. Like, I never hear people say, they're mad that we're springing forward. It's always the falling back that they're angry about.
Yes,
I lost an hour.
I'll say yes. No, you have it wrrong.
Oh, gained an hour.
Yeah, the springing forward in the spring is where people complain because you lose an hour of sleep, but you gain more daylight. So
okay,
there's two sides of that.
I think you're right, because I bitch about the opposite.
Yeah, because in the fall we fall back.
I hate falling back.
So you get an extra hour of sleep, but then it starts to get darker earlier and earlier, and then people inevitably in the wintertime are like, "Why is it dark at 4:30? This sucks."
Doesn't it?
It's not great. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So
okay, so go ahead.
Complaints for people. I saw a graphic which I had on that video, which said that in December, if we stay with daylight savings time and Eastern time, we will not have sunrise until, I think it said 9:06 a.m.
Okay.
And for people, again, who have school-age children, they're waiting at the bus stop in the dark.
But they're already waiting at the bus stop in the dark.
I mean, even I've thought that same thing.
It's going to be dark at 8 o'clock, and the bus comes at 7. So
I know.
So it's still dark. So we're not fixing that problem. That problem remains.
Totally agree. So, again, my bigger issue is I feel we should be on Central Time. And I know that you had posted something that business runs on Eastern Time.
It does. So we all wake up. I mean, people in California wake up and work on Eastern Time.
Like, there you go.
We work on Eastern Time. The markets are on Eastern Time. Not everybody's job. Like if you're a teacher, you're a policeman or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. But the businesses that have to deal with the coasts have to wake up and work on Eastern Time. And really,
my opinion was I feel we're closer to Chicago than we are to New York.
Yeah, but nothing happens in Chicago. We're closer to Ohio than we are Chicago.
I know. I don't know. And maybe it's because I grew up in Illinois. It just seemed more logical. And for those who want to complain or bitch about the fact that it's still light at 10 o'clock, well, if we were an hour earlier because we're on Central Time, then it's, getting dark at 9 o'clock. So kind of fixes that. So I don't know. What I didn't see in all the information that I have seen is, well, first of all, the House passed it. It still has to go to the Senate, and Trump wants it. So if the Senate passes,
they're not going to pass it.
if the Senate passes it, then Trump would most assuredly sign it, one would think. And so the question in my thought is, okay, well, when does it go into effect? Is it one of those we have to wait? We have to go through another
No, it'll be
standard time in November?
When laws go into effect. So January 1 or July 1st.
Yeah. Okay. So essentially, we're going to have another time change in November, and then what? Do we stay there?
No, we have to switch back in July.
So I don't know.
January. Who knows?
Interesting thing I read this morning. This is not the first time that this has ever been debated by our U.S. government, and they actually changed it.
Okay.
Did you know that? I did not.
No.
In 1973, Richard Nixon, there was a big movement, right? There was a big push in Congress to make daylight savings time standard everywhere. So Congress overwhelmingly passed it.
Yeah.
18 months later, they took it away because there was too many people complaining about it. Even the Congress people started to change their mind, and they were like, okay, well, let's go back.
But think of Arizona and Indiana were the only two states that didn't do it. And now Arizona is the only state, I believe. I could be wrong.
I believe.
Please put it in the comments if I'm wrong.
Alaska might be one of
those. Oh,
yeah.
I don't consider
parts of Alaska.
I don't consider them America. Too far away. I know Arizona doesn't.
I do know that.
And lots of Mexico doesn't anymore.
Oh.
So Mexico quit doing it a few years ago. So now when I go to Guadalajara, I got to figure out, am I 2 hours behind or 3 hours? Right now, 3.
For me, it's really not going to, I don't feel it's really going to affect my life.
It's going to change your golf tee times.
It's not going to change my golf tee times.
You could golf later at night.
Perhaps. It's still going to get dark eventually, and it'll be earlier than 10 o'clock. So
I mean, I guess I don't ever go, oh my gosh, I can't go to sleep, it's still light out, or oh my gosh, I have to wake up, it's still dark out. I go to bed when it's dark and I wake up when it's dark.
I can go to sleep when it's light outside. I don't care.
No, but I'm just saying my lifestyle. I go to sleep when it's dark and I wake up when it's dark.
Yeah.
Because it's never awake. It's never bright at 6 o'clock in the morning. Although this morning sun was coming out. Like,
how about that?
Yeah. It's kind of nice.
How about that?
So, okay, we've conquered 2 things people bitch about. What's another one?
I'm Brian, your Indianapolis realtor. If you are looking to buy or sell a house in the Indy area, I'm your guy. If you're coming from out of state, want to make a move to the Indy area, I'm your guy. Check out the show notes for a link. We can get in touch and get you started. Thanks for watching. Now back to the show.
We're back. It's shot time, and we're going to have some Old Smokies moonshine, and this one is the
Some Beach. This is one of my favorites. Really good.
Really good.
We've had it on the show. I actually can't believe Brad's drinking it because it doesn't have tequila in it.
I'm going to drink it with you.
I know. I'm surprised you
I can go along. So this to me is a real summer drink, and today I think it's around 145 degrees outside. And that's just like summer in your mouth.
That is so good. I don't know why I don't have this at my house.
I don't know why you don't get
this.
This is only available at very select times of the year, and that's a coconutty and yummy.
So good. And surprised it wasn't coagulated in the fridge because it hadn't been taken out in a while.
Okay, so here's what I was thinking about. Today was hot out.
Yep.
And today and yesterday. Yesterday was a little toasty as well.
And the day before.
Top off the Bronco, parking in the sun. Seats get a little warm.
Ooh, yeah.
And I get in that truck and I'm just like, yeah, right? So every place I've gone for the last 3 days, I hear just this. Oh, it's so hot. Oh, it's so hot. So I have one canned answer. Every time I hear somebody say it, I said it 3 times today. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. I say, at least it isn't snowing.
Yeah.
So
I had a lady at the gas station say that to me the other day. She said, man, I can't stand the winter. So even though it's hot, I'll take it.
Oh yeah. I'm the guy that people could be bursting into flames spontaneously. And I'm like, it ain't snowing.
At least it ain't snowing. I hear you.
So,
yeah.
But those same people that are bitching today that it's too hot, just bitch and moan when it's too cold.
Most likely.
So what's your take on that?
I am with you that I do not care for the cold at all. So I try not to complain about the heat because I will often say heat doesn't really bother me. So some people will say, well, in the wintertime, if I'm cold, I can layer up. But in the summertime, if you get too hot, you can't just like take all the clothes off. I guess you could. But I mean, I see a point, I suppose, but
I don't.
Again, heat, I don't have a problem. I think maybe my canned answer is, well, it is summer.
So here's what I say. In the wintertime, you never come in the house and go, ah. Right? But in the summer,
there are times,
you go, oh gosh, it's finally warm in here. Oh.
Okay.
And then you step in your sock.
Kind of,
Your sock steps into some snow that came off of your boot.
And I'm pissed off.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than sock stepping in melted snow.
Yeah, that is not fun.
But you can come out of the pool, your feet can be on fire on the deck because it hurts so bad and you're sunburned, and you go in the house and instantly your brain just goes, oh, wow, that feels so good.
All right. Mindset, I get it.
Yeah, you don't have that reverse feel good. So in my book, if I had to think of one redeeming quality of winter, let's think one redeeming quality of winter. Just one.
May depend on what you're into. Like if you really like snow and you're a skier, be nice.
Go to Denver.
Okay, well,
because if you don't really love skier and you live in Indiana, what are you gonna have your pops pull you behind your Bronco like a redneck?
That's right, redneck skiing.
Okay,
it's like redneck water skiing, just on the snow.
Well, rednecks just don't use it. So people that go water skiing are rednecks?
No.
Okay.
But if you're doing it behind a pickup truck in the wintertime,
might be a redneck.
You might be a redneck, Jeff Foxworthy.
I don't think that qualifies as a redeeming quality. So I'm gonna give winter 0 redeeming qualities.
Okay.
How about you? Do you have any?
I do not care for winter.
Okay.
I'm ready to move out of this joint. My wife is not.
Yeah, I wanted to. Now.
I know where you want to go.
Where do you
want to go to Mexico somewhere?
I do. I think we will probably end up with a house in Puerto Vallarta. Triangle Ventures Works. We're there.
There we go.
Okay. So, what was your sports pitch?
Oh, so have you been watching the World Cup?
I have. Can I tell you what I've learned about soccer?
Yes.
Boring till it's not.
Okay. I give you that. A popular bitch right now has to do with the timing of soccer. The clock just keeps going, and it doesn't matter what happens in the game. If somebody is down on the ground injured and play stops, the clock keeps running. And then you get to the end of regulation. So the first half, 45 minutes, second half, 45 minutes. And then they throw extra time up on the screen.
But isn't that because they laid down on the ground?
The clock, it's for several reasons.
Okay.
The clock is at 45, and then next year it'll go +3. Okay. So the referee on the field is keeping time on a watch and stopping it when there are injuries or arguments or, whatever it might be. And then at the end of the regulated time, they add on the extra time, which is supposedly, how much time was lost for whatever those things were.
But you don't know what it is.
But no, well, it says +3, meaning it's supposed to be 3 minutes. Exactly. Right, it's like, you hear the commentators like, all right, it's at least 3 minutes of extra time. We could be down to the last 30 seconds. No one knows.
We don't know.
So that people are bitching about that.
Yeah, they are.
And I've always wondered why that's the case. Like, stop the clock. It's totally possible and easy to do. There's a clock operator. So I don't know that I've always had a problem with soccer in that a score of a game could end at 0-0 after 90 plus minutes of play and everybody walks away. Like, wait,
football can end at tie now.
It can. It is super rare.
But it still can't. They're still going to allow it.
Let's do this. Is it likely football will end in a tie at 0-0?
Oh, no.
Exactly. Like if it ends at... Actually, I went to a game in Dallas last year. Regulation ended at 40-40. Actually, they went into overtime. Game ended 40-40.
Wait, that's a tie.
that's a hell of a fun tie game. I'd go home from that going, well, I mean, my team didn't win, but that was fun.
But that goes back to my statement of it's boring till it's not.
Oh.
Because when they get down there and they almost score the goal and there's 3 or 4 kicks and that crazy guy saves it with those giant hands. Why do all the goalies have giant hands?
That's why they're the goal.
They look like clowns.
Yeah, that's a good point. And they're really tall too.
Yeah, I'm going to use a comparison bitch about soccer.
Okay.
But I've learned now that the thing is more of strategy. Strategery. Strategery. That's a throwback to a great
Saturday
Night Live joke. Yeah,
absolutely.
You do the Al Gore in one word. I forget what the question was, but he said like 3 words or something, didn't he?
I don't recall what it was actually, where they got it from, but I just remember.
I know it was about your campaign.
I know.
Give me one word about your campaign, and George Bush said strategic.
Exactly.
And Al Gore was like parking meters. It was 2 words, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
So this weekend, which was last weekend, which when this comes out, it'll be the weekend before. Sure, confusing.
Actually, this will come out on the day the World Cup ends.
There was a motocross race in Southwick, Massachusetts, and 2 Europeans came over to race. And you and I were at a open house, and I was watching, and I said, dude, this youngster from Europe is winning by 30 seconds. Like, not just beating everybody in America, but he won by 30 seconds. And he also crashed getting close to the end, and he had to throw off his goggles and race the last 5 laps with no goggles.
Oh, wow.
In a sand trap.
Oh,
so your own sand is flying in your face from your front wheel. And he won.
For him.
The second moto, he was leading by 20-some seconds, and he crashed, and he got up, still in first place, and he finished. And when they pull into the finish, there's a camera guy there, and you're going to go sit down and wash your face off and get some water, and then you're going to go to the podium, and it's become a thing to camera film that guy that just won getting off his bike, and what's he look like and what's his reaction. Yeah. He broke his collarbone.
The winner?
Yeah, and he rode the last 4 laps with the broken collarbone.
And no goggles.
No goggles, second moto. No goggles, the first.
Sorry, got it.
So as he's coming in, he leans and like lets go of the bars, like he is in agony as he's coming into the pits, and he climbs off of his bike. And as he's getting his helmet off, he turns to one of the people on his team and said, "I broke my collarbone." And he walks to the chair to sit down, and they're bringing him a water and a towel, and his face is covered with sand. And he says, "I broke my collarbone." And they're talking about him going to the podium to do his speech. And the 17-year-old starts to cry. He's wincing in pain. And he said, "I broke my collarbone." So put into the little ambulance car, heads out. The message was he went into surgery. Collarbone's been repaired. And they do believe he will line up this weekend at the race of Europe.
Oh, my gosh.
And then you're watching soccer. And a guy moves the air next to another guy. And that guy flops down on the ground and holds his leg and just screams in pain. Well, on my sport, motocross, he won with a broken collarbone. But I have learned that whole flop and all that is strategy to let you stop running and breathe and relax. Because these guys do just run the whole time. They're amazing athletes. So I just find that a really funny comparison, and it is really easy to bitch about these soccer guys laying on the ground. My favorite thing is when they fall down on the ground and grab their leg, and they're one of those players that nobody seems to care that it happened. So then they have to get up and jump back into the play really quick because it didn't work.
But they give a little bit of a limp, and then they're
good. They're good. Yeah, all good.
Or, when the game gets intense. So while I was watching Argentina and England.
That's the part when it's not boring.
Right. So England is, trying to score because they're down 1 and they don't know how much time is left. Well, a guy goes for the ball and he falls down, grabs his leg, gets right back up because he can't be hurt. We gotta go score.
There's somewhere between 3 and 19 minutes left.
I mean, 20 minutes ago, he'd have been down for the count. Now, gotta go.
No, gotta go. Yep. Can you give me my foot?
Yeah, it's silly.
Well, those are the things that I have for today. You have a full beer.
I do.
Okay, we got to talk about this beer. What are you drinking?
Harp Lager, courtesy of my friends at Total One, a product of Ireland and made by Guinness. I had no idea that was a thing. So it's a lager. It's good.
Well, since you have a full beer, I could pour another beverage.
You could.
And we can talk about more stuff. Let's just see if we can get this show to be 2.5 hours long. And let's see how many people hang on. Because at the end of this show, we are going to unlock a secret of the universe.
Ooh, wow.
That you're going to want to
I was listening to a fascinating podcast called Diary of a CEO. And he interviews some, world-renowned people. Lots of them, actually.
Have you been on the show?
No, I'm not world-renowned
I think
yet.
I think you should be.
So he was interviewing Neil deGrasse Tyson. And they were talking about, do aliens exist, and the origin of the universe and how big the universe really is, and all of this. And it was fascinating information. And Neil deGrasse is a really smart dude.
Do you think aliens exist?
I don't think there's any way they don't.
Okay, I agree.
And one of his arguments for why we haven't seen them, supposedly, is because as much as it would take for any country here on Earth to create a machine to go far enough out into the universe to potentially meet other life, could be the same problem that other life force is anywhere else in the universe.
I disagree. I think they're here. I think they've been here.
They very well could be.
I mean, think of the I watched a whole documentary that since some of these files have been released, right? Since they've turned over the UFO files, right? There's a documentary about a spaceship that was actually kept at Roswell, and one of the engineers has came forward about how it doesn't use propulsion to move; it levitates.
Okay,
and we have had American pilots learn to pilot that actual ship. Do you know about it?
No.
Oh my gosh, you have to watch this documentary. And some of these people have been like really bitched about because they're telling what they worked on for 30 years in silence.
Okay. One of the things that I hadn't really considered that made a whole lot of sense that Neil had said was, okay, let's say that an alien species comes here. Well, number one, what is the likelihood that they are going to come to America? Number one.
Well, they're not. There's other countries
Right.
that have ships. Other countries, actually, I forget if it's South Korea, or if it's Japan, that a ship hit the ground there, and instead of moving it, they built a building around it.
Oh, why not? So, number two, considering how reliant we are on our vehicles. If aliens were to come here, who's to say that they wouldn't think the vehicles are the species and we're just things that are living inside of it?
I believe they are so far more intelligent that they would know.
No guarantee.
They listen. They know.
Okay.
They even speak to each other telepathically.
I mean, I really think that there's any explanation somebody can give, and I'd be like, okay, could be.
Okay, so here's something I've been listening to a few podcasts that have been talking about the fear of AI.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so there is a theory that AI will eventually create a hive mind, and that people will become part of this hive life, where there'll be a point where we don't even speak, that we will communicate telepathically.
Wow.
And there'll be no procreation, because the system will learn to create without procreation.
Huh. Okay.
Do you think that's a thing?
I find that less believable than a lot of other things, but okay.
Okay, so what if where we are today as a society is actually not as advanced as societies before us?
What do you mean by that?
So there are some theories in India. In they're They have stories from thousands of years ago that talk about weapons that were similar to those of nuclear weapons, similar to like the drones we have today, autonomous drones, autonomous planes, and every single religion through history has one thing in common. It's a great flood. Every single one of them.
Okay.
And if you go through these things and you learn about all these different religions, which I haven't, I've only learned for multiple podcasts. So if there are things that are common in this historical story of the world, there must have been something, some truth to it, some truth to something that ended the world at some point.
Okay.
When you think about the pyramids, for instance, rocks that are somewhere between 80 and 800 tons that were carved from more than 50 miles from where they are, that they've actually scanned, and that there's more things below and deeper than the pyramids. Yeah, there's actually, they believe, what's the thing that smashes an atom? They built one in Bloomington, Indiana, in cyclotron. What is that thing called?
Atom smasher.
Yeah, there's a technical.
I know.
They believe there's one of those underneath a real one, more than a mile underneath the pyramids that they've seen from this thing that can see below it. Okay, so do you think they really built the pyramids with a hammer and a chisel, and then somehow they drug 80-ton rocks 500 miles and they built them in 11 years?
And dragged them up the ramp to get them up?
Right. Did they really bury the sand all the way up as they went? Like, what did they use? We couldn't do that with the modern equipment we have today.
Good point.
So was there
how precise they cut those too?
With chisels?
Yeah.
So they used a hammer and a chisel.
Absolutely.
So was okay. Did aliens build it, or are we going through? There's like 4 different cycles or 5 different cycles of civilizations that then at some point they kill themselves off. So is where we are today just inventing the thing that in 1,000 years is going to kill us off and the whole planet's going to start over?
Might not be 1,000 years.
Somebody's going to find a floppy drive and go,
maybe we're advancing civilization, so it doesn't take 1,000 years, but it's inevitably going to happen.
But maybe this all happened already. Maybe AI or whatever our version of this is.
Maybe.
Advanced society. I mean, think of the Roman cathedral. Right? You've been there, right?
Roman.
Isn't that what's the big cathedral in Europe?
Notre Dame?
No, where they had all the
Vatican?
No, where the people would joust and die and the lions would.
Oh, the Colosseum.
Colosseum. There you go. Okay, so how big is that Colosseum?
I mean, it's big. It's not I mean, it's big stadiums. So
right, but it's not poured concrete.
No,
it's carved from stone.
Yeah, for sure.
I was told that it was built in 8 years with hammers and chisels and shovels and mules.
Absolutely.
You really think so?
Slaves.
Like it takes
it's less precise than the pyramids are.
Yeah, but it takes us a couple of we've been working for a year on the new stadium that they're going to build in Nashville, Tennessee, and it's not going to be done for a couple of years. And we have cranes and jackhammers and
all good points. We also have more distractions than they did. You know,
that's a good thing I don't have TikTok and this hammer and this chisel.
Slaves out there with whatever tools they got, and they, until they pass out.
How many slaves and hammers and chisels did they have? I mean, think how many shovels they would need. Like to build the Colosseum by hand, literally by hand.
All right.
Carved out of marble and stone.
Mostly stone. Anyway,
stone.
I can see the justification for what you're saying, and it's hard to argue with, and I won't choose to do so.
I mean,
so. Hey, Bill, why don't you pick me up on your camel later?
Exactly.
I got my chisel. I mean, how did they make their chisel? I mean, they didn't go down and pick it up at Lowe's.
They did the chisel makers. No?
Which I don't know that they could make enough chisels in 8 years as a blacksmith with a hammer and a, what do they call that thing? The coyote tried to throw on the road. Anvil. Yeah.
So another part that Neil deGrasse Tyson talked on the show about was, are we living in a simulation?
I totally believe this is just a simulation.
Could be.
Have you seen a universe and I think it's a molecule.
Okay.
That if you look at it, it looks identical to the universe.
Oh, no.
So it's either an atom or a molecule,
Yeah,
one of the
one of
two.
the small things.
So this looks like this, but this looks like the universe. And then they say every time you go through a black hole, there's a whole other universe.
Oh, man. Okay.
So if you go through another black hole and there's another universe, but we might be just a little thing, a molecule living on a little thing that's just another little thing inside another little thing.
Right. I think of there was a movie, Horton Hears a Hoot, and the entire story for Horton Hears a Hoot takes place on like an old dandelion that's all white and just blows away. And it's one of like the strands of that, and the entire world of the movie is in that.
Technically, we could be a piece of dust on the ass of a giant pterodactyl.
Could be
living in another universe.
Could be. You brought up black holes, another part of the show.
Oh yeah.
And so, I wish I could remember the host of the show's name, Steven. Okay. Steven asked, about black holes and what would happen if you were to go into a black hole.
You're going to pop out into a new universe.
He's like, do you just appear in another place or whatever? He goes, well, no, and it's a lot worse than you think.
But how does he know?
It's a science. Everything Neil talks about is scientifically based. So he says that if you were to go in there, you would start to get stretched out. And he goes, for a short time, that would feel great. Be like the best back stretch you've ever had. Then it would pull you apart. And then the parts of you that were pulled apart, because now you're in two, well, then that would be stretched out and it would break apart and you would just infinitely break apart into smaller pieces.
And you could turn into small atoms that are just universes that we could be living.
Boom! We can, yeah.
Although, they say to question science, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's the COVID shot, then we weren't allowed to question that science
Correct.
at all. We're like, nope,
Correct.
Stop questioning
Warp
science.
speed, baby, we're going.
Fauci said, it's not nice to question the science. Right. I think science is supposed to be questioned, though.
It is.
And isn't it like a hypothesis is my belief is somebody's belief? That's my hypothesis.
Hypothesis is generally based on some sort of, knowledge. I don't think it's just.
I thought you were going to say
a guess.
I thought you were going to say factual data, but then you realize, no, we don't have any facts that you're going to get stretched when you go through the black hole. Like,
I don't want to be the one to have to give back the information. Or, I don't want to be the test subject for that one. That's for sure.
Just do the good backstretch part, then pull me out.
Sorry. Can I go back?
Can I go back? Wow, I think we touched on a lot of things.
Oh man, I don't think we solved the mysteries of the world, but man, this was a good one.
No, I do listen to Joe Rogan a lot, who a lot of people think he's just a right-wing conservative. He's actually not.
Yeah.
Actually, he actually sits fair squarely in the middle.
I would agree.
And the guests that he has is what I really get into, these scientists that come on and talk about these things. The guy I listen to, I don't know the names of what he said, but it's some kind of book that talks about these, one person believes it's 10,000 years, but there's nothing that says each cycle is 10,000 years. They could be 24,000 years. And they talk about how these cycles of civilizations, and there's a book that believes that civilization starts, grows, ends, starts over. And that we're in this cycle that would be close to ending in this book. But there's also, when you think back of some of these civilizations we read about, not just in some of their books, but also in the Bible, how old was Moses?
900
years old. Some of these emperors were emperors for 1,000 years. So, of course, we as our society goes, no, their clocks are wrong, right? But were they? Did they figure out a way that they could live 1,000 years? And then one of the things is, think how smart you are. You're what, 59, 51, 53, 53. So I was just going on appearance. So 53. So how much smarter are you at 53 than you were at 13?
I would say a whole lot smarter.
How much smarter would you be if you were 300?
I would hope to be a whole lot smarter.
Or 1,000.
Again,
And how far could civilization push itself if we didn't have to start over at 90 years old? Like right now, somebody comes up, think of the advances from 1600 to 1700, right? They're like, sure, we got a wheel, right? And then, no, we got a door over a cave, like the 1700, 1600, 1700. Like,
I don't think your timing is accurate.
maybe not, but we go to 1900 to 2000. We went from horses,
Yeah,
a combustion engine, to FaceTiming someone on a phone.
To airplanes, cars, to
the internet.
I mean, larger airplanes, space shuttles, flying to the moon, the internet, smartphones, all just
if you believe we went to
in a 100-year span, so much has progressed.
And how much has it progressed from 2010 to 2025?
Seemingly more.
Yeah, like I would think the jump has been what it was in 100 years has been in 10. So as this knowledge grows, what are we going to grow another 100 years in the next 5? Now, think of where we'd be if the people in 1900 could live to be 1,000 years old and we didn't have to learn from somebody who died, that we could learn from someone who's alive, and that they had the ability to continue to learn more and invent more. Where would we be today if that happened?
I like this.
So what happens if AI helps us learn how to increase lifespan, which already with the medicine and things is going to help, right? Like, it's not going to forget what Alzheimer's is. It's going to cure it.
I hope so.
So if we can get this much smarter, where are we going to be in 50 years versus where we were 50 years ago? I think it's 200 years.
Boy, how many episodes are we going to have of this show in 50 years?
We're going to have to put that into our sponsor, Perplexity, and find out. I wish Perplexity was a sponsor.
Oh, that'd be nice, right?
But we got to ask them how to get them to be a sponsor. We need to put them in Perplexity. I bet it'll tell us what to do next.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
All right, friend. Well,
dude, this was funner than
other episodes.
All the episodes we've had taken off the air.
Thank you for watching the show. We'll see you next time on Indiana Success Happy Hour. Cheers.
Cheers.